we've done multi-day passages before and dealt with some pretty tough weather conditions and boat problems on our way. But this is going to be our longest and most committing passage yet. We're about to sail almost 600 nautical miles away from the mainland to Madeira, the Hawaii of Europe. Hi, we're Laura and Stu. A little over a year ago, we swapped our lives on land for an adventure at sea aboard our 36-foot sailboat Delfino. So far, we've explored the coasts of Scotland, England, France, Spain and Portugal, and now we're on our way out into the open ocean with our friend Michael. Subscribe and join us for a journey filled with discovery, adventure and delicious food along the way.
Been a hectic morning getting the boat ready, and yesterday was pretty busy with boat projects and everything, but it's 10 o'clock and we're ready to go to Madeira. Beautiful sunny day. Should be about 512 miles, which will take us 4 days. Looking like we'll have light winds for the first day and possibly some great spinnaker sailing for the next couple. So yeah, pretty excited. It's alright, I'm not worried about it.
Right, let's go to Madeira.
Let's go.
It was a very strange feeling knowing we wouldn't see land again for another 96 hours. Although we've done 3 or 4 day passages before, this was going to be our longest, and it was going to be our first where we would just be pointing straight away from land, watching it fade into the distance. There was something more intimidating about heading so far offshore and aiming for such a small island at the other end. To make the most of our weather window, we were leaving into a patch of very low wind, expecting to motor for about 18 hours. We were hoping that once we were well clear of land, we'd catch the wind and ride it all the way southwest to Madeira. The first day of a passage is always a big adjustment. You switch from frantic preparations to suddenly just having to keep watch and get used to life at sea. My sea legs usually aren't the best for the first few days of a passage, and we were hoping that the calm start would ease me in gently. But sadly, that was not the case.
You just say that your hero. Laura's hero. She's not feeling so well. Feeling okay, but hungry and a bit queasy. I'll make you some food. Sunset on the first day. It's been pretty relaxed, right? Laura's felt like a little bit queasy at times, but it seems like she's perking up now. Managed to eat a bunch of her dinner, which is good. Wind is slowly starting to fill in, and hopefully at some point tonight we'll manage to get the engine off.
10 o'clock and we're finally sailing. Engines off, about to start the night watches. I feel a little bit like I'm telling a ghost tale right now. We're sailing, a nice moon out, and there's no other boats around, so fingers crossed it's a nice smooth night watch. Currently doing 4.4 knots, almost 10 knots wind, so yeah. Thankfully the sea state has flattened out quite a bit, so yeah, feeling much better. Managed to keep my dinner down where it was. A bit of a close run thing at times. Right, see you later.
Hello from me and my bucket.
Oh, Laura. Yeah, it's a bit rolly. We're absolutely hooning along though.
Yeah, we're going really fast in the right direction, but we've got moderate waves at 6-7 periods. So.
Yeah, the wind is supposed to ease and the wave period is supposed to grow from here, so things will only get more comfortable.
Yeah, and I'll get used to it.
And you'll get used to it, so I think we're just going to ride it out. We could slow down, but...
Yeah. Why are you getting messages?
I'm not, that's my, check the horizon alarm.
I was like, have you given just yourself some internet?
No. I have been turning the internet on at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day.
It's also only aligned with my off watches so far, so...
Yeah, exactly. And Michael?
Doing well. Just woken up.
Yeah.
Slept pretty well last night, so yeah, doing well.
Nice. Pretty exciting sailing, right?
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have Michael on board. It's been a pretty game-changing experience doing it more than just Laura and I, and Michael's a very good sailor, so helps quite a lot. We've consistently been doing over 7 knots, or at least been peeking out at that quite often, so we're gonna take a reef. All right, ready when you are.
Okay,
So I'm gonna drop a bit first.
fine.
Yeah, keep going. Basically, you just keep winching with that.
Yeah. The reefing line looks like it's caught around something. 3 actually. Not that it really matters, but I suppose that's just reef 3's gone loose. So reef 3 goes from the sail on the luff, round something at the front, then back. I
We'll
just
fix
sort of,
that. We'll fix that later.
yeah,
So let's finish this operation and then we'll
yeah, we need to sort that out.
yeah. Nice. Definitely feels like we're taking the bite out of it a little bit.
And it's like you're just not healing as much in the gusts as well.
Yeah.
Big thing.
I was just like in the forward cabin, like, yeah, Delfino feels overpowered.
Just sort of just feels a bit tense.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that feels a lot better. We should have probably done that a little while ago. Oh, Laura's managing to eat. Huzzah! This is just going to be ambiance. This will be B-roll, so I don't feel like you need to.
B-roll of Laura eating food.
Looking really sad.
Pretty much.
Right.
It's okay, you've got the sunglasses on, so you're hiding your sad eyes. It's just the sad mouth instead.
I did it!
Yeah!
I finished my sandwich.
Nice. Do you think you could eat another?
No.
No.
As tough as my day was turning out to be, we were about to meet something that was having an even tougher time of it than me.
It does seem small to be a seabird, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's not a seabird. That looks like a bird that lives in a bush.
He's freaking out, for sure.
Just don't go downstairs, please. Because then we're all going to be in trouble. Oh.
I haven't really filmed much today. I'm feeling pretty seasick too, to be honest, which is quite rare. Laura's still sort of hanging on. Both of us got a cold before we left, and I think it's like messed with our sense of balance and sinuses. Like, I almost never get seasick. I feel a bit cruddy. Yeah, it's unusual.
My ears have been popping lots this evening as I've been feeling. So it's like I've got more seasick, and my ears now suddenly feel like part of the cold as well, interestingly.
Huh. But overall, it's been pretty cruisy. I mean, the wind picked up more than forecast. We were flying along at 7 knots for a bit. We had to reef the main, pull out the jib to run, make sure that we weren't flying way off our course. But yeah, evening of the second day, just had dinner. Apart from us feeling a bit cruddy, all is going well.
Theme of the day has been struggle boat.
Yeah, struggle boat indeed.
While our colds were about as bad as a cold can be, they were still colds. Ordinarily, I wouldn't get quite as knocked down by something like this, but when you've got nothing else to think about and you can tell it's messing with your already sensitive sea legs, it's really hard to tough it out. I'm normally not particularly useful on the first 2 days of a passage anyway, but with the added stress on my body, I was completely useless, and we are extremely grateful to have an extra pair of hands on board.
Good evening. It's 11 PM. Is it? No, it's not. It's 1 AM. First night watch of the night. Mostly been quiet. There's just been quite a lot of radio chatter, including somebody playing the Mario Kart theme tune over the radio to somebody else. And a Portuguese warship popped up on channel 16 telling them to shut up, this is just for distress mailing. So that's been keeping me entertained. But we are tracking along at 6 knots. The wind's supposed to die over the next couple of hours, so we're making the most of the wind while we've got it.
Good morning. It's morning of day 3, 9:46. We're about halfway in terms of miles traveled, which is pretty great. We're sort of into the second half of this passage, which is supposed to have overall much lighter winds. And I think we're all quite grateful for it. The last couple of days have been fun sailing, really fast. We ended up wing on wing for a while yesterday. Early this morning, we rolled the Genoa on the other side to Broadreach, and the wind's slowly been moving forward and easing off. So we're currently seeing 12 knots apparent, right on the beam. We're doing 5 knots. pretty crazy. Everybody seems like they're overall in high spirits, so yeah, bring on the rest of our trip to Madeira. I feel like a new man.
The aim for today has been to get a bit more settled, get a bit more clean, and we've all managed to clean ourselves. Stu's now tinkering with the wind pilot, Michael's making lunch, and maybe this afternoon we will give the boat a little bit of a tidy. We've currently got about 9 knots of wind just behind the beam, and we are doing just over 4 knots, so it's very comfortable and relaxed, which is a nice change from how our passages are normally going by this point. As you can probably hear, still feeling a bit bunged up and a bit snotty, but definitely an improvement from how I was yesterday, which is good.
To be honest, this is exactly what we needed. Just sort of crawling along, 4.6 knots. This is what it's like a lot of the time. Laura and Michael are both taking a nap. It's after lunch, feeling freshly cleaned, and maybe we just needed to go a lot slower. We're still doing 4.5 knots, but it's so much more comfortable.
Stu's playing chicken with the tanker.
I'm really not. Thing is, I don't want to turn to my left, because then if we turn to port, he could pass us quite closely.
Yeah.
I just want him to confirm that he's going to go behind me, basically, so I might call him up.
Riveting content right here. This is the most exciting thing that's happened all day apart from tidying up, so you're welcome. Oh, and Stu showering, that was quite exciting.
Trying to call him. Of course, now it seems like he's not responding. Classic. Alright, let's bear away. Let's bear away by like 15 or 20 degrees.
He was not very friendly.
No.
I'd made a big vat of bolognese before we left, so we enjoyed the last of that, turned into a chili to literally spice things up a bit. We were finally starting to get into the rhythm of life on board, and our night watches were starting to feel easier.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason.
Good morning. Well, it's morning of day 3? Day 4? Day 4. Today will be our last full day at sea. We should arrive tomorrow, sort of in the afternoon. Last night was pretty chilled, to be honest. I think most of us got some really good nights sleep. Laura had one shift, I think, that was a bit disrupted. Wind built a little bit. But overall, yeah, averaging between like 3.5 and 6 knots at one point. Boat was relatively flat. Managed to sleep in the fore cabin, which I don't normally do. I was really wedged in there with cushions and pillows and stuff. And sunrise slowly starting to become beautiful. And yeah, just having teas and enjoying the morning. So we're actually going to try and fly the spinnaker. We've never had to fly the spinnaker on Delfino. Oh, stop that water bottle rolling around. Didn't really have the need for it, and Delfino has an absolutely huge Genoa, so yeah, just haven't needed to. But Michael's here, so he's going to help us figure out how to fly the spinnaker, an extra pair of hands, and Laura's up on deck watching with some cheese twists.
Yeah, medicinal cheese twists. Oh, I feel rough.
But yeah, so we're seeing sort of 10 to 14 knots on the beam. Probably bear away a little bit. Yeah, should be good. We'll see how this goes. What we should really do is shake a reef out at the main.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think actually we probably have more wind than we want to try to fly the spinnaker. Well, actually, put it a better way, we don't need to fly it. We're doing 5.3 knots and we've still got 2 reefs in the main, so we can easily shake out those reefs into the course. So once again, we won't be flying the spinnaker, but that's fine. Beans, eggs, halloumi. Sweet corn, maybe?
Day 4 was a great day. We'd had to motor a little bit overnight, but the wind stayed consistent all day. The sea state was the flattest that we'd experienced all trip, giving my poor inner ears a break, and we could all enjoy our last full day at sea. It was a strange feeling knowing that we were nearly there, but still 24 hours away, and that while we'd only just got into the swing of things, the passage was going to be over soon.
Did you have a nice nap?
Yeah, I was like fast asleep. I wasn't expecting to fall fast asleep.
We've got a fish.
Oh, no, you left me a fish to clean up.
I'll clean it up. I wanted to show you it.
Oh.
We haven't seen any marine life yet. You've got to look at the fish.
I think I'm sort of hearing you guys speak in my dreams about a fish. Oh my god, it's huge. Ew. Wow, it's huge. Oh, it's very dead.
Is it? Oh wow! Ah!
Oh, I wasn't expecting it to react like that. It was stiff. It was like rigid.
So it's the evening of day 4. Just had our dinner. Stu's just given us a bit of a weather briefing. Turned the internet on for a little bit. Shaken out a reef. Got ready because the wind's meant to die overnight. And we're about to settle into our night watches. It's been another super calm and very, very chill day. Just seen our first boat of the day. Is it behind me? Yeah, there you go. First boat for about 24 hours. Really not very much to report.
There's a bit of a compression zone around Madeira, and the wind is supposed to build tomorrow in the late afternoon and be a headwind, so it might be a little bit of a... I'm hoping it won't be too hairy of an approach towards the marina, but it might be a bit of a hairy approach towards the marina. If we keep our boat speed up, we'll manage to get there before that wind fills in. So I'm just weighing up. Do we turn the engine on now? Do we go a little bit? Yeah, we'll see.
So we need to stay above average 4.7 knots to make it there. If we average 4.7 knots, we'll have an hour in the headwind. So ideally we'd go a bit faster than that. At the moment, we're sort of averaging somewhere between 4.6 and 4.8, but occasionally we do drop down quite slow. So we'll see.
In the early hours of the morning, we got our first glimpse of land in 4 days. And after 4 days at sea, the island of Madeira was a sight for sore eyes.
The sun's just coming up and we can see Madeira properly for the first time, but the moon's also still up and it's super beautiful.
Wow, that is so unbelievably beautiful. Oh man, so good to see land.
As we came around the south of Madeira, we completely lost the wind, so we put the sails away and started the engine. We needed to keep our speed up to avoid the headwinds due to come our way later in the day, but the sound of our engines attracted a welcome committee. We spent about 8 hours motoring along the south coast of Madeira, enjoying the views and watching the planes take off from the airport. I finally felt well enough to not just reheat food, but actually cook a meal.
Final day cooking.
It's the least attractive rendition of sweet corn fritters and eggs I've ever made. This one probably looks the best. The views continued to be absolutely stunning, and we were all looking forward to arriving. So we're nearly there, just motoring along the Madeira coast. The wind has totally died now that we're in the shadow of Madeira. But it's been a nice relaxed end to the passage. We can just sort of take some time to kind of get tidied up, had a nice brunch, we're going to have lunch in a bit, and just, yeah, get ready for exploring Madeira. And it looks really cool. The landscape is amazing. Like, even more rugged than what we saw in Scotland, so I'm looking forward to getting out and doing some hikes. There's apparently quite a lot of natural pools that we can go and swim in, so yeah, should be a good couple of days exploring. Just come all the way up into the V-berth because the engine's on, and I realised it's probably quite windy outside, so you probably couldn't hear me. But yeah, it's been a really nice passage overall. The weather has been super lovely. We still haven't been able to fly the spinnaker, we still haven't had quite the right conditions for it. So the wind was on our beam or a little bit forward of the beam for quite a lot of it, and a little bit too strong for the spinnaker. We probably did have some spinnaker conditions during the kind of 600 miles, but they typically were at night. And we probably could have flown the spinnaker in some of the daytimes, but it was maybe a little bit strong for the first time putting it up. So we'll have to try again another day. All passages are a mental challenge, and this one definitely was. It probably wasn't as hard as some of the other ones where I felt really rough, but having a cold has definitely made it a little bit more challenging than some of the others. So although I've been less seasick, I've generally felt a little bit more crappy because of that. And it's made it a little bit more difficult to sleep. Feeling a bit better today, looking forward to getting into a marina and having a really good sleep tonight.
Our first offshore passage. 5 days. That was pretty good. Couldn't have hoped for better weather, I think. That's a good sign for the future, guys.
We are 2 miles away, half an hour, nearly there. 99% of the way done.
Can't believe you quoted your questionable maths again.
Given the passage was about 100 hours long, I'd been annoying the boys all the way with stats on how far through the passage we were. I'm amazed that this is the first time we got it on camera. But finally, we were 100% of the way there. This was by far the easiest sailing that we'd had on any of our multi-day passages, but at least for me, it was mentally the toughest trip yet. Being ill offshore prevented me from being a fully functioning crew member, and it made it so much harder to get into the rhythm of the passage. But I'm extremely grateful to Stu and Michael for picking up my slack and putting up with me being absolutely disgusting for 5 days. And as a side note, editing footage of yourself with a cold is really humbling, let me tell you. But by this point, I think we were all looking forward to some solid ground.
After 4 days ashore, my legs are unbelievably wobbly, and this is also a bit overwhelming for the senses. The sights, the smells, everything's so vivid compared to the sea. Oh, it's so good to be here. It's such a good feeling.
Hey! Cheers, lads. Oh, Michael, do the honours. This feels very, very strange. I think we're all a bit like, oh, what do we do now? So Michael's gone for a walk. Stu has gone to pick up the hire car, so they're dropping off at the marina and that's just arrived. And I am trying not to fall asleep. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow when we start exploring Madeira. I was like, where are we? What's going on? Madeira, we're in Madeira. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Next time we make the most of our time on this stunningly beautiful island, soaking in as many of Madeira's hikes, scenic spots and beaches as we possibly can.